Hey, I'm Destiny. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, because my channel is about building our businesses, having multiple side hustles, and also self-care. So if those topics interest you, make sure you go ahead and subscribe. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the difference between a brand ambassador and an influencer. So go ahead and stay tuned. So what exactly is a brand ambassador? So a brand ambassador is typically somebody who's already purchased your products. They stated that they loved it or whatever, and then they have a good representation on social media. It doesn't have to be a lot of followers. It could simply be that when they post something, their audience listens, or when they post something, they just post good content that you can use for your brand. So an influencer is typically somebody that you reach out to that you know they have influence in the same category that your business is in. So let's say as far as a hair influencer. This is somebody, their hair is always laid. People are always asking them questions about where they get their hair from. So this will be something that you see, you like their content already. You'll reach out to them. Hey, how can I pay you to either shout out my product, do a tutorial with my product, make a YouTube video on my product? This is just something that you're trying to pay them for. And I didn't cover this with brand ambassador, but typically with a brand ambassador is somebody, let's say once they already like your product, you already like their content, you'll reach out to them. Hey, I want you to be a brand ambassador for my company, and I'll give you a percent. Let's say you give them a percentage off of the sales that they bring in, and you give them a code. Like their code will be, like, let's say it'll just be Destiny, and you'll give them 10% off. And the reason you're giving them the code is so you can track to make sure like this is a good brand ambassador. Now let's talk about how to get a good brand ambassador or influencer for your business. So the number one thing you want to do is make sure that their target audience matches yours. So when it comes to that, let's say you sell hair. So you want to take a look at their comments to make sure people are actually asking about their hair. Like not just them posting flawless hair pictures, but that their audience is actually interested in the hair. So that's the number one thing. Make sure people, oh, your hair is cute, your hair is laid, where did you get it? Just something along the lines of their hair. Shoot, who even styled your hair? And then you want to look at who's actually in the comment section. Is it women giving them compliments? Is it men with heart eyes and all types of other comments saying they sexy? Because you want to make sure that it's at least, if you're selling a product for women, which we're going to use hair as an example. If you're selling hair, you want to make sure that the majority of the people in their comment section, because you're going to do your research. So you're looking at their comment section. You're looking at the people who like it. And you want to make sure that it's majority women. Another step with making sure that their target audience matches yours is when you reach out to them, you can ask them for their insights. Like if they're an influencer, like they already know what you're talking about, so they can show you if they have majority men, majority women, the age of their audience. They're going to know all of this. And they can screenshot you the proof to make sure. So that way, if you know you're selling hair to women who are 18 through 23, you want to make sure that the little section on their target audience, it says majority of their audience is in the 18 through 23 section. Or I'm not even sure what the exact section is, but y'all get what I'm trying to say. Just make sure that if you're trying to target young girls 18 to 23, that majority of their audience, like let's say it might say 60% in the 25 to 34, then you know that they might not be the person for you. Then the next thing you want to do is be clear on what you want. So when it comes to paying an influencer, you need to know exactly what you want to get from the post. You need to tell them, hey, I need your caption to say X, Y, and Z. If you need them to tag your company, if you need them to put your website, if you got a coupon code for them, you need to tell them at checkout, type in my name for this, this, and this. So you need to be very clear on what you want. You don't just send them the hair and just pray that they do what you thinking in your head. No, you need to be very clear. Have your contract together so it can say, by this day, I need 1 Instagram post completed if you ask for a reel. If you need a 30-second clip in a YouTube video. So you need to be very clear. And then you need to be, if you're doing net 30 turns, well, this is normally with, like, let's say for a business influencer, like on YouTube. Like a lot of bigger companies will do net 30 terms to where they'll pay you within 30 days. So you can figure all that out for your company. Just do your research and make sure you know exactly what you're offering. So it's going to be different from an influencer and a brand ambassador. Because typically with brand ambassadors, some of them get paid up front. Some of them might want just free products since they already love your product and they already talk about it for free anyway. They might just want free products. And then once they give their audience the code, which is typically their name, you can start tracking how many sales they bring in, because sometimes you might give them 5%, 10%, whatever you work out in your deal. You just need to be clear on what you're offering them. And another thing you want to make sure is that you're tracking the results. So when you're looking at your influencers posts, you want to be making sure you want to see how her likes on that post compares to the other post. Like, how is the content? Are people responding to it? Is she actually a good influencer for your brand? She might be a good influencer for someone else's, but not yours. So that will let you know if you want to keep working with her. And if you like her, you can try and work out a deal with her. Like, hey, I would like to purchase more posts to see if she can give you a better deal. And you want to take a look in to see, especially on the influencer side, where is she posting the content at? Is she posting in her stories and it's going away in 24 hours? Is she posting on her page and she's going to delete it within a day? So you need to make sure you understand every single thing when it comes to your business and what you're asking for from the influencer. And you're going to track it the same way when you do your brand ambassadors. And pretty much that's just going to be a code that's going to let you know, hey, if nobody's using your code, then you probably don't want to send that person any more free products. Because sometimes it could be like, oh, it looks like their audience is interested, but sometimes they're just not. Or they might be in one of those, it's like different Facebook and Instagram groups where they have different people who they comment on their posts and they comment on their posts. Like they just in those type of, I forgot what they're even called, like follower engagement groups, engagement pods. You want to make sure that they're just not an engagement pod to where it's tricking you to think that people are actually interested in your business, but then when it comes time to look at your sales, nobody's buying. So that's another thing to take a look into. My next tip will be to determine your budget. So influencers are at different prices based on their following and their engagement. So you want to make sure you find influencers within your budget. So you want to start writing down, this person has this many followers, they charge this much for this type of post, and just do that along the lines of what all the influencers that you like. And I'll say, look at the small ones. Don't just be going for the real big influencers, because most of the time, like, they sponsor so many different posts to where people don't even believe it no more. And you can go to a small influencer with maybe 5,000 to 10,000 followers and they can make you more money than the person with 1 million followers. So it all depends. I would say make sure you line up, one, this is my budget, this is what they charge, this is their deliverables, this is their insights, and this is what I plan to get from this type of promotion. And you want to do that for your influencers and your brand ambassadors. Then my last tip, which this is one of the most important ones, is make sure your page is set up for success. A lot of the times people think that just because they give an influencer or a brand ambassador some products and they pay for it, people are just going to come. But what if the brand ambassador, the influencer, they make the best post you ever seen? Real dope, their audience is engaging with it, but then when they come to your page and your page is trash. And a lot of people don't look at that. They just think that, hey, I paid this influencer for this and they ain't bring me no sales. But really, they sent you the traffic, but your page did not close the deal. So you need to make sure that your page is set up for success. Your page has clear pictures, your content is good. So when the influencer sends them over, they see your page, oh, she looks credible, of course I'm gonna buy. I already seen the influencer looking good. She already got 10 other people on here looking good. I'm gonna go ahead and buy. And I see this a lot of times with the shade room ads. Like, you will see an ad like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and click it. You go to the page and the page is trash. They selling a bubble coat. You look on their page, they selling bubble coats, hair, press on nails. You like, shoot, I'm not finna buy any of this. I don't know if this is the swap meet or what's going on over here. So you want to make sure that your page is set up for whatever item you selling. You want to be able to close the deal with your page. So yeah, so those are my tips. So I hope y'all are able to close out some deals. Go ahead and drop any comments, questions, concerns that you have in the comment section. Give this video a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more videos like this, go ahead and put that in the comment section below. And if you need one-on-one help with your business, you want a consultation, pick my brain, you can head over to IamDestinyAdams.com. And also don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, Facebook, everything. I am Destiny Adams. And yeah, stay tuned for the next video.